Welcome to Petty Details, where the crew gallivants down a tree-lined lane of conversation on all kinds of different subjects. Join the crew as they jump in the Wayback Machine in the quest for nuggets of knowledge. Our journey will allegedly drop some petty details on you that you didn't know you needed to know until now. Hello, crew! Welcome back to Petty Details.
Hello.
Cam,
What's up?
a little birdie told me that you took your first flight this weekend.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
But did you die?
I didn't. It was great. It only made me want to throw up a little bit. But it was
that's
fine.
good.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the world of flying.
Yes.
Yes, I will probably be doing it more.
I was gonna say now you're gonna want to
Yeah.
fly everywhere.
Right. Yep. I'm like, oh, why drive? We
Yeah.
got wings.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah. It's a Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings.
Exactly.
It's just a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to show off my shirt today. I got
Woohoo.
the Agile Donut.
Yes.
Yeah. Go Agile.
I love the agile donut.
Me too. And Cam, you have a fitting shirt on today for our topic.
It's very fitted. It's nice and tight to the body. And no.
It fits well, yes.
It fits really well.
Right?
I have the Let's Go in the Wayback Machine.
Nice.
Woohoo.
All right. Well, we are going to go in the Wayback Machine today.
Woohoo.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wait. Where are our sound effects for going in the Wayback Machine?
I don't know.
Beep beep.
Where are our sound effects, Gary?
Gary.
Oh,
Gary,
Come on,
the
Gary.
sound effects guy.
We
We need a soundboard.
There you
do.
go. That's what we're gonna get Meg for Christmas.
Yes. That would
Do
be
you
perfect.
really want me playing with something like that?
It might be dangerous, but it might be kind of fun.
Yeah.
She's totally gonna clip us out of context and it's gonna make it horrible, but hilarious.
Fart noises all the time. That'd be great.
It's just
All right.
monitor that. That's what she said. That's what she
Yep.
said. That's
Yeah.
what she said.
We'll just have to start recording. Yep. Clips.
I like this idea. All right. So today we are going in the Wayback Machine to December 7th, 1941.
Okay.
A
Oh,
date
okay.
which will live in infamy. The United States of
Indeed.
America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by the naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
Yep.
Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you a very brief rundown of events that day
Okay.
because you could go deep in this.
I was gonna say this one.
I
yeah,
can
this one.
imagine.
Mhm. But what we are here to talk about is not the destruction
Mhm.
or the reasons or the after effects.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
That's history class stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
exactly.
That might
got
be
the
another
petty
podcast, but not
details.
tonight. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But today we are here to talk about the heroics of the day.
Okay.
Nice.
And like I said, please note that this is a very, very slimmed down version of events.
Mhm.
Yes.
So do
This is
not
the
leave me
Ozempic
angry
version.
comments. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do not leave me angry comments about what I missed.
There is a ton that happened that day, and like you said, it just we could
Yeah.
spend
Right.
hours.
Mhm. And I also want to say that we are going to be talking about heroes today, and the list of heroes that we'll talk about is nowhere near all of the heroes that day.
yeah. It's not all encompassing, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, we only have time for a few. So,
Right.
all right. So, we're going to start with the timeline.
Okay.
So, we all kind of know where we're at. At 3:42 a.m. on the Sunday morning of December 7th, 1941, the USS Condor, which is a minesweeper ship, was patrolling the entrance of Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. It sees a periscope of a sub and transmits the message.
Okay. That's all I saw was the periscope.
That's all they saw.
Okay.
Fast forward to 6:10 a.m. The first wave of Japanese planes takes off from the aircraft carriers about 200 miles north of Pearl Harbor.
Okay.
And then at 6:45 a.m., the first shots are fired by the US in World War II, and they are fired from the USS Ward at the Japanese sub.
Okay.
Okay.
6:53, the Ward sends a message to the Navy headquarters about what's going on, but the message is delayed by the decoding process.
Oh,
Dang.
Yeah, and that's a whole rabbit hole
yikes.
that you could go down. But by 7:02, the Japanese planes have arrived. The radar station at Pearl Harbor spots the planes. Now at 7:20, the radar reports of these planes is disregarded because it's believed to be B-17 bombers from California.
Oh.
Oh, so they just wrote them off because they thought they were our planes.
Yeah.
They're like,
Petty,
hey, bud, that's us. And they're
yeah,
like, wait a minute.
right.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Now there is a petty detail here. The radar was less than a month old at the base, and the soldiers were still being trained on it, which is why the radar probably wasn't automatically believed to be an enemy attack.
Okay. They were still getting used to the technology.
Right. They're like putting new batteries in it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. At 7:49, the Japanese commander orders the attack, and at 7:55, the attack begins.
Whew.
Okay.
That's quick, honestly.
Yeah.
From like the periscope at 3 something to 7. Like that's wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it goes even faster from there.
Yeah.
So 7:55, the attack begins. 8:10, the USS Arizona explodes.
Oh,
That's not very long. That's 15 minutes.
no.
Right.
It's not long at all.
8:17, the helm destroys the Japanese sub.
Okay.
So he's sunk. 8:54, the second wave of Japanese planes are launched. 9:30, the USS Shaw explodes.
Okay.
And at 10 a.m., the Japanese cease fire and head back to the carriers.
Wow. Dang.
Fast, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So by 10 a.m. on December 7th, the Japanese have launched 353 planes off of 67 ships.
Oh
Oh my
God.
gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And only 29 of their planes are lost.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, you said they were 2 miles?
200
North?
miles.
200 miles, sorry. 200 miles north of the opening of Pearl Harbor. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah, 'cause-
visualize it.
So they only 29 of the, like you said, the Japanese planes were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's
the way that at least the way that it made it sound when we learned it in history was like all of the planes just were
Destroyed
basically,
or lost.
yeah, destroyed or lost or yeah.
No.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
We got our
Wow.
ass kicked at Pearl Harbor.
Right,
did.
right.
We did,
I guess
yeah.
they're trying to sugarcoat it, but yeah.
Yeah. No, we got our ass kicked at Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So the carnage is much worse at Pearl Harbor. Just the damage to the ships is extensive.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't count the planes, the equipment, and the buildings on shore.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just the boats.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Like they messed up this whole base.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
The USS Arizona, Oklahoma, and Utah are totally destroyed.
Dang.
Just gone.
Yeah. Well, in the Arizona is still, I mean, they have the observation deck
Yeah, that's one that you
Like,
can actually see.
posted over it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Meanwhile, the Curtis, the Raleigh, Nevada, Vestal, West Virginia, Tennessee, Maryland, California, Oglala, Helena, Shaw, Cassin, Downs, Pennsylvania, and Honolulu are heavily damaged.
Dang.
We had a
Dang.
ton of ships in this
Yeah.
harbor.
Yeah, that was like the
It
middle
was the
point.
staging point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the
Mhm.
staging point for all these ships for the
Mhm.
Pacific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's probably the history that you didn't hear, Cam.
Mhm.
2,404 military and civilians are killed on our side.
Mhm.
I knew it was a lot. Did not know the number was so severe.
In what, 2
Okay.
hours?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the span of a couple hours. I mean, that's the part that gets me though, like the number of civilians as well.
64 Japanese are killed, and one has been taken as a POW.
Wow.
See, yeah, they made it. I mean, we knew. They made it seem like a lot of our people died,
Hmm.
but they made it seem like it was pretty even
On
from
both sides.
my remembering
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah.
it
But
was not.
No.
yeah, wow, wow.
So when the Arizona exploded, it produced the most casualties at 1177,000
Jeez.
guys off of one ship.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
An
Jeez.
armor-piercing bomb had hit the gunpowder hold that had over
Mm.
1 million pounds of powder in it.
Oh my
Jeez.
goodness.
So that's why that one went up so quick,
Yeah.
because
Right.
they got a
That was
lucky
a
shot.
that was a big
Yeah,
boom.
into the gunpowder.
All
That
right.
stuff will light up your
Oh
nut.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the people who were able to do incredible things that day in this 2 hours. And again,
Yeah.
nowhere near a complete list.
Right.
So we're gonna start with Samuel Fuqua, who was a lieutenant commander.
Hmm.
He was 42, and he was eating breakfast on the USS Arizona when the sirens went off.
Oh boy.
Oh.
He rushed on deck and was immediately bombarded by any enemy fire. He
Hmm.
was knocked out by a bomb that fell by him, but somehow he woke up and was able to help evacuate the ship after one of the large explosions because there were
Oh my
Wow.
multiple.
goodness.
A crew member remembered him, quote, ankle deep in water, stub of a cigar in his mouth, cool and efficient, oblivious to the danger around him.
Yep.
Can you picture this guy?
Yes, I
Yeah.
can
Yeah, absolutely.
actually.
Yeah. He was one of the last off the ship.
Mm.
And when he did get off the ship, he commandeered a boat. I have no idea from where,
He
but
got it done though.
he got it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he started picking up men from the sea, all while dodging enemy fire and actual fire in the sea because the sea
Wow.
Jeez.
was on fire.
Yeah.
Right.
With all the fuel and everything. Yeah.
Mhm. He was
My
awarded the Medal
gosh.
of Honor, and he
Mm.
was one of the 335 men that survived the Arizona sinking, and he retired as a rear admiral in 1953.
Wow.
Mhm.
Nice.
Jeez.
So we'll switch over to the USS West Virginia, where Doris Miller was a cook.
Okay.
When the attack started, he went immediately to his battle station only to find it destroyed.
Oh no.
Only it's not there.
Right. So
Right.
he's like, okay. So he headed on deck and started moving the wounded to a safer area, including the wounded skipper.
Okay.
Mm.
Then he went and started passing 50 caliber ammo to the gunners. So he's just trying to help out wherever he can.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Quite literally just put me to work.
Yeah.
But he noticed a gun that was not being used. So without any weapons training on this gun, because it was probably a 50 caliber, he decided to take it over and just start shooting at planes that were swarming overhead.
Oh my
Dang.
gosh.
Yeah.
He said I might as well
Okay.
get a couple shots in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With zero
Mm.
training. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. He was able to abandon ship when the order came, and he went on to be the first African American to receive the Navy Cross for his heroics that day.
Wow.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So cool.
On the USS Nevada, there was a chief boatswain named Edwin Hill, who was 47. After the attack had started, and a couple of guys were trying to like put the mooring lines out or cut the mooring lines, but they had to
Hmm.
swim out to
Okay.
cut these
Mm.
mooring lines, all the while they're under fire.
Oh, jeez.
So they end up cutting the lines, and then they had to swim back to the boat. The Nevada was the only boat that tried to get to open water and fight its way out.
Dang.
Wow.
However, this made them more of a target,
Mm-hmm.
True.
and the captain beached the boat to make sure he didn't get sunk and block the whole bay.
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But Edwin Hill was trying to drop the anchor when a bomb hit him and killed him. But he was awarded the Medal of Honor after his death
Mm.
because he
Wow.
swam and cut those mooring lines and was able to, get
Yeah.
them out of the
Right.
way at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
On the Vestal was Joe George. The Vestal was a repair ship that was tied to the Arizona.
Okay.
Okay, bad place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was ordered to cut the lines to the Arizona after the Arizona was hit. But he
Okay.
saw a group of sailors on the deck and decided to disobey this order.
Hmm.
Instead, he threw them a rope and helped 6 sailors get onto the Vestal. Because he disobeyed an order, they wouldn't give him the Bronze Star Medal for valor until 2017.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
goodness.
Because his actions were in defiance of a direct order, really?
That's wild.
But he saved
But he
6
saved,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 of the sailors that he saved that day had campaigned for years to get him the medal,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right? Now we're going to talk about some heroics on shore
Okay.
because it wasn't just on the boats. Remember, this is the whole
Yeah.
base. This is
Right.
Mm-hmm.
the whole town. So George Welch and Kenneth Taylor were Army Air Corps pilots. They had been out dancing and partying the night before, and they were sleeping it off when the attack started. They both jumped out of bed, put on their tuxedo pants from the night before,
Nice.
and raced to the base. So they were like
Wow.
fancy, right?
Yeah.
Like
The
Mr. Bond showing up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. So the whole drive, they are like dodging low-flying Japanese planes that were shooting at their vehicle and the planes that they were trying to get to, because that's where they're
Mhm.
trying to go.
Yeah.
They were able to jump into their P-40 fighters and took off to start battling from the air. The 2 were some of the first planes to make it off the ground.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they even had to land at one point to get more ammo.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. They shot down at least 6 of the planes. And
Okay.
Taylor was hit by shrapnel when his plane was hit.
Okay.
Mm.
But both received the Distinguished Service Cross. And Taylor also
Nice.
received the Purple Heart.
All
Nice.
wearing tux pants.
All,
Yep.
yeah. But you got to remember that there weren't a lot of planes that got off the ground, our planes that got off the ground,
Right.
Mhm.
because a lot of them had been hit.
Well, I was gonna say
Mm.
they took a lot of fire early.
Yeah, they didn't just, this was a well-coordinated attack. They didn't
Right.
Yeah.
just go in there and be like, oh, I'm going to take out the boats. They were like, no, we're taking out
Had to-
everything.
They were
Yeah, yeah.
very strategic about what they hit.
Exactly.
Mhm. When they hit it.
So Phil Rasmussen was another pilot who was sleeping when the attack started, and he ran to his P-36 plane, still
Mhm.
wearing his purple pajamas.
Yes.
And
When duty calls, though.
that's right, you
Yep.
just go. He and 3 other planes ended up in a dogfight with 11 Japanese planes,
Oh, wow.
but he took out at least 2 of those.
Wow.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you're not going to believe this next part, though.
Okay.
Totally unbelievable.
All right.
His plane was hit with about 500 bullets in the fight.
And it was still flying.
Was it not Swiss cheese?
You
No.
right?
The
Like
canopy
what?
the canopy was blown off. He had to
Yeah.
land without brakes and
Oh.
without a rudder or a tail wheel.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he landed it.
He landed
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
Yep.
Impressive skills. Like, I mean, talk
Yeah.
about skill.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, wow.
So he received the Silver Star and retired from the Air Force after 24 years as a colonel.
Wow. Good for him.
Mhm.
Dang.
Nice.
Yeah.
Again,
Um,
in purple pajamas.
Right.
Mhm.
I love that. I love that little petty detail.
All right. I love it too. So, Chief Petty Officer John Finn was in bed with his wife 15 miles away when the attack
wow.
started.
Mhm.
He went straight to the base. He grabbed a 30 caliber machine gun and just started shooting at, quote, every damn plane I could see.
Because at that point, yep.
Yeah.
Right.
He keeps this up for 2.5 hours.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Why? That's insane.
Yeah.
That
Wow,
wow.
Yeah. So is this next part. He ends up with 20 bullet wounds and shrapnel wounds, but he keeps shooting
bro.
even when he broke his foot and had his left arm incapacitated.
Oh
My
my God.
guy.
Wait, how many hmm, how many
Is
times
it
did he
20,
like
get shot?
20 bullet wounds and shrapnel wounds.
My God.
it's gotta be like adrenaline, bro. That's just
Oh,
like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you're just
100%.
But still, like,
going.
how do you survive 20 bullets and shrapnel? Like,
And
what?
like in a broken left foot and
Right.
dang, just wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and with an arm incapacity, machine gun, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
how he
Yeah.
did it. But he received medical attention, didn't keep him down. He returned to work the same day to help arm planes.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh.
Just I mean, yeah,
The
Yeah.
the level
level
of
of badassery of these
Hmm.
yes,
guys that
the
day, I
level of
can't even tell you.
dedication. Yeah,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
just hey, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he received the Medal of Honor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And if he didn't, oh my gosh,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
people would have been rioting, I'm sure.
Right? Yeah. But it wasn't just the military that was fighting back and being heroes.
Okay. The
Mhm.
civilians joined in too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
George
we did.
Walters was a civilian crane operator,
Okay.
Mm.
and he jumped right in the fight using his crane to go back and forth and shield the Pennsylvania from the low-flying planes.
I was about to say, was he
Yes.
just using the crane, just knocking things out of the
Yep.
air? That'd be cool.
He
Yep.
That's
actually
awesome.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He used the boom to try and swat planes out of the sky like
That
flies.
is
That's sick.
fantastic.
He's like,
Yes.
you know what?
And now I want to
I
become a
know
crane
my
operator.
machine. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Seriously
Um,
though, that's freaking cool.
and the gunners on the deck of the Pennsylvania figured out that George could see the planes before they could.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Oh,
used his
okay.
crane as a guide to see where to aim their fire.
Nice.
Smart.
That's really
Hmm.
Yeah,
smart.
that's
Yeah.
okay. That's incredible.
So a bomb landed on the dock and sent him to the hospital, but his efforts probably helped save the Pennsylvania from total destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And this is crazy. His story wasn't told until 1957 when it was written in a book.
Are you
What?
serious? Wow.
Nobody knew what he did. I mean, the
Wow.
guys on the Pennsylvania did,
Right.
Well, yeah.
but yeah,
So who, I'm assuming one of them wrote the book
I
or
don't know.
contributed?
I do not know
Hmm.
that.
I mean, they would have had to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, but
Well, and it's crazy to me like so you hear the stories that have been told and you think about the hundreds of stories that we probably never hear
No,
about.
yeah, the
oh
different
yeah.
All of the
yeah, the different
literal
points of view.
unsung heroes that
Hmm.
Yeah.
contributed, that
Yeah.
stepped up, stepped in. It's just mind blowing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like in the movie Pearl Harbor, you didn't see anybody in tuxedo pants and purple pajamas.
Nope.
Right.
You didn't
Right.
see the
Mm-mm.
crane,
Uh-uh.
No, they should
No, and
have.
that's
right?
and honestly, if anybody listening is, making movies these days, you should make a movie and include a crane.
A
Yeah.
historical
Swatting flies.
accurate, yeah,
Yeah.
historically
Yeah, like
accurate version. That would be
if
crazy.
we're gonna do a World War II, flick and we
Hmm.
include Pearl Harbor, you need to have a crane swatting
Well, I
planes
think
out of the
that's the
sky out of the
thing maybe
sky.
is like some of these stories are so
Far-fetched.
crazy
Yeah.
that they
They
were
seem a little
even,
fantastical, yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
but it happened.
Right.
Yeah,
And so I think that they, when they're making these movies, they're like, nobody's going to believe this, but
right.
Hmm.
it was an actual thing.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, again, when duty calls and you do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang.
So a couple petty details here.
Hmm.
This attack, which was mostly on battleships, made the Navy focus shift from the battleships to aircraft carriers.
Okay.
Also, the USS West Virginia was the only ship that was attacked that was present for the Japanese surrender on August 2nd, 1945.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Hmm. Yeah.
Dang.
So as you can see from some of these stories, that there were many heroes that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So many people went above and beyond to try and save lives.
Hmm.
All the military veterans of the attack received the Pearl Harbor Commemorative Medal,
Okay.
and I think that they should all be remembered as heroes, even if we don't know their stories.
Absolutely.
Because how many nurses were out there,
Right.
Right.
trying
Exactly.
to help these guys out? How many,
Mm.
other guys like George?
Right.
Right.
Well, and
And
it
like you said,
demonstrates, yeah, and I mean it just demonstrates that when people have a passion or have a calling for something,
mm-hmm.
being a nurse, being in the
Right.
military, whatever it is, and they do it because they have that passion and they have that
Right.
calling.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do it for the notoriety. They don't do it for the potential of, ooh, look, I can do
Oh yeah.
something,
Right.
I could be famous or I can do
Yeah.
something heroic or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. They do it because it's what they love. It's what they
Yeah.
Right.
want to do.
They were just
Um,
doing good things
yeah,
because they're
Yeah.
good
exactly.
people.
Hmm.
And like the civilians too, like stepping in that in different ways,
Yeah.
and like I'm sure tons of like many like native people to Hawaii
Oh
were
yeah.
also like, because like I mean you think about it, like it's also an attack on your island,
Oh
you know what
yeah.
I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying. Like people just think it was just the
The base.
ships, and it
right,
was not.
Yeah.
right,
No, it went beyond even just the base though, too. Like
It was
it
bad.
impacted, it impacted a lot. Um,
Hmm. Yeah.
especially right there. That's yeah.
And it took out so many of our ships and planes.
Yes.
It was bad. It was
Yeah.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
So there you go. That is
Yeah.
some of the good stories of Pearl Harbor.
Yes. The positive side.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to talk
You could
about.
call it the pearls in the harbor, because you like
Oh,
There
find a
you go.
pearl,
there
yeah,
we go. I
Yep.
like it.
I love
like
it.
the
Yeah.
nice pretty things.
Yes.
So stay heroic, my friends.
Indeed.
Bye, everybody.
See
Bye.
ya.